Hey, MacDowin here, and what you are looking at is an empty area that I will soon fill up with every G.I. Joe classified figure from 2020 and 2021. Well, at least most of them. Let's get to it with the very first classified figure ever, and that is number 0, Snake Eyes. He was a Pulse exclusive and was released in March of 2020. Let's get him back there. Next, we have the first general release wave of figures that arrived in June of 2020. Number 1, Roadblock. Number 2, Snake Eyes. You can see he looks different. He's all in black instead of the gray pants. Number 3, Destro. Number 4, Duke. Kind of running out of room there. And number 5, Scarlet. So the first wave of figures right there. Tuck them back here as well. Setting them back. It's a little bit of a reach. And we'll put her in the middle. I think that's about the middle. In August of that year, the Target exclusive Cobra Island wave was released, beginning with number 10, Beachhead. And he has a quick, interesting little story. There were a couple versions of him released based off of the eye color. So I'll zoom in here on my figure real quick, and you can take a look at the eyes and decide if they are a blue version or a brown version. I kind of think I might have a brown version. I only have one of them, though. So that was the difference between Beachhead. Set him back here. The next figure, number 11, is Roadblock, and a lot of people referred to this figure as kind of a heavy-duty replacement. Next, we have another interesting story. These are the Cobra Troopers, and they are figures number 12. Let's zoom in here for a moment on them. We'll straighten them up. The difference between these two figures is the collar. This one has a black collar right through there. This one has a blue collar. And there's actually one that has a black collar and we'll zoom out here, a black waist piece. I don't have that one, but I have seen pictures of it, so I know it's official. I keep the goggles on this one to make a visual note that this is the black collar version. It's very interesting what happens when they are creating action figures and toys, the variations, the changes, and so forth. We'll zoom back out now. And the final figure of the Cobra Island wave is number 13, the Baroness. Quite the controversial figure, I would have to say. She comes, gotta get it here, with the Cobra coil cycle. Kind of makes me think of an Akira cycle. I don't know, it just kind of does. So we'll set her back here. And we'll put the coil cycle right there. Amazon did not want to get left behind, so there was also an exclusive released in August from Amazon. And that would be none other than number 14, Storm Shadow. Now, if you haven't noticed, actually, I'll get to that in a minute. So we got this version of Storm Shadow. Put him over there. Now, you may know something odd about the numbering system. Scarlet is 5 and Beachhead is 10. Based off of pre-orders and shipping delays and things getting moved around in the schedule, well, the number system got screwed up. So just bear with me as I'm going through as best as I can with release order. Now it was the fan channel's turn for an exclusive figure. In October, we got Prophet Director Destro with a gold head and leopard print. This is a cool looking figure, I think. I'll set you over there. And then before the end of 2020, we would finally get a general release of Wave 2 in November, beginning with number 6, and I actually refer to this as 6A, and you'll know why in a minute, but 6A, Cobra Commander. Number 7, Gung Ho. And number 8, Red Ninja. Oh, those look like an interesting trio of characters. We'll set them back here. I think Snake Eyes is attempting to fall over back there. And then to finish the year, we get a Pulse exclusive Cobra Commander, what I referred to as 6B. He's got the same number as that Cobra Commander over there, but he's repainted. This is also known as the Regal version of Cobra Commander because of the gold and the light blue. So we got this as a Pulse made-to-order exclusive. Now, before we get any further, I do want to make a note about the packaging for Cobra Commander. By doing that, I'm going to bring in the packages, so set them there. How far back can I go? There we go. All right, so I would like to point out to you the differences between the Cobra Commander packaging. This is the general release, the dark blue, and this is the Regal version over here. If you notice, the 6 is lighter, more white, and the Regal is a bit of a foggy blue. It's more bluish. That's a way you can tell the difference between general release and the Regal version. It also has it up here on the top as well. This is whiter, and this is more of a lighter blue mixed in. And just to show it to you so you can see that, general release and Regal, and the colors match. Now we've entered 2021, and it would begin with a bang and 2 more entries into the Target Cobra Island exclusive series. On January 1, we get numbers 21 Firefly, not 21 Fireflies, but number 21 Firefly, and number 22 Cobra Viper, a really cool looking troop builder. So we'll tuck these guys back over here, like so. Then we get a Pulse exclusive. Now, this one is going to have a couple varied dates, probably. I got this figure in March of 2021. Some of you may have gotten this figure in the fall. I don't know if it was October, November, December, but the fall of 2020. And that's because if you were not a Pulse Premium member, you got this figure later. If you were a member, you got it earlier. But number 9, Snake Supreme Cobra Commander, got delivered in March. Now, because of some concerns in the G.I. Joe community, Hasbro went back and recolored and redid some of their figures and referred to them as field variants. So we got number 4B Duke, if he'll stand there. We got number 1B Roadblock, and 5B Scarlet. I'm kind of bumped her. I don't know if she'll stand. Yeah, I think she will. So these 3 are recolored versions of the Wave 1 version. They have less gold, they've got more grays and silvers and greens. She's got no blue, and even her hair is a different color. So let's see, where can I tuck these in? We'll put Duke by the Commander himself. I think he'll just fit in there. Some of these like to fall over. And then let's put you... Yeah, you're still visible. In fact, you're blocking Storm Shadow. And we'll put you right there. Yeah, she's not interested in standing up very well. Stand you. There you go. After we got the field variations, the 3rd general release wave showed up in April, and that consisted of number 23 Zartan, and number 24, Cobra Infantry. Cobra Infantry is simply a repaint of the Cobra Trooper so that more people had access to this figure that wanted it. The primary difference is a lot of the blacks on the Cobra Trooper figure, they painted a kind of a steel gray look. So that was the primary difference. And the facial, the face is a little bit tanner, a little bit darker. Those were the primary differences there. In May, we got another Target Cobra Island exclusive, Major Blood, as soon as I get him here, number 27, and they were doing a whole lot better by this point. I actually found quite a few of these, around 20 or so, in the store at random times throughout the day when I wasn't actually looking for this figure. Shortly after, a 4th general release wave in June, consisting of numbers 25 Lady J, and 26 Flint. We're all getting quite familiar with these figures, I think, at this point. They seem to be having a lot of fun hanging out in stores right now. Then after a year delay, we finally got the rest of the Snake Eyes movie figures in August. Sorry, I don't mean the rest of them. I mean, we finally got the Snake Eyes movie figures in August because the movie was delayed an entire year. So number 16, we've backtracked. We get Snake Eyes. And number 17, we got Storm Shadow. And number 19, we skipped a number, we got Baroness. They were the first 3 released that August. These were a general release figure, so you could find them just about in any store that would actually carry G.I. Joe figures. I put the the masks on them, not their real-life actor faces, just for fun. Also in August, we got a surprise Amazon exclusive in the form of a classic-looking Roadblock. Doesn't he look good? He looks very classic. We'll set him over here. He is number 28. And I think to keep him in focus, shoot, there we go. Roadblock is covering a roadblock. Anyway, in September, the second set of Snake Eyes movie figures popped up, and that contained number 18, Akiko, and number 20, Scarlet, right there. Now, there's something interesting about Akiko, so we'll set them here off to the side. We'll line them up over there, and it has to do with Akiko's packaging. I don't know, this Scarlet, she's a little bit wobbly for me. I like this figure a lot, but it's wobbly. So let me grab the next set of packages here. If you're a fan of variations or things that are different, that are not really small printed, I mean, this was an easy thing to get. So anyway, with the packaging, typically, it's kind of dark here. Let's focus in so you can see it. Typically with packaging in the top right corner, you have a small parts warning right here. Well, some of these Akiko packaging popped out and didn't have it. So if you like to collect that kind of stuff, there is something for you to chase after, so to speak. Hardy har, chase. No, just kidding. Anyway, the final two Target Cobra Island exclusives ever, as far as we know, arrived in September and October. Numbers 29, let's get him kind of focused back in there. Number 29 is Breaker. He came with the ram cycle. And what was really cool about this is that this gun, you could pull this gun out and give it to him, and so the gun on the ram was also the gun he worked with. And we'll set him off to the side back here. We got Breaker as 29, and we got Barbecue in October, number 32. This was a surprise figure to me, and I really like this one. I like the color that this figure brings to the line. Unfortunately, he has some weak ankles, so getting him to stand can be some difficulties. He's also a pretty big figure. Then in November, we get another fan channel exclusive, and that is number 30, Snake Eyes. And what's really cool about this figure set is the fact he comes with Timber. We get our first pet set. How cool is that? I really like it. This Timber is actually really pretty awesome. The articulation all through the body, the tail, and the legs just makes this a really great animal figure. And it's pretty cool. We get a Snake Eyes that's not a ninja in this line. Don't fall over. You're going to fall over. We're almost done, Barbecue. You can stay up. So we'll just kind of tuck Timber right there. And then we get a Pulse exclusive in November. I think this may be an SDCC replacement. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, we get number 31, Master of Disguise Zartan. And this is cool because originally when this Zartan back here was solicited, like at GameStop, they said it had a color change feature, which it did not. This version right here has a color change feature. I'll do a quick zoom in on the figure. I'm not sure. You can kind of tell that the abs are a little bit darker, but it's really difficult to tell. The color change feature works based off of temperature and not like the sunlight that the old figure from the 80s did. And now we are down to our final two figures. We're going to finish out 2021 in December with some surprise random releases of number 33, Bat, and number 34, Alley Viper. Why I mean random is some places got these in 2021, some places didn't, a lot of places actually didn't, and for some reason some of these just randomly popped up, and they're still randomly popping up. They're general release figures, but they are not fully released as of yet. And that, everybody, wraps up the 2020 to 2021 complete classified figure list for your viewing pleasure. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this or found this helpful at all, please hit the like button. And if you're not already subscribed and you like the content, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the next video.